As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. It's a short read, but it is a powerful message about the mind. Hi, I'm Ann Shear, and I'm here to coach you forward. Now, I'm not here to really promote the book. We'll get to some of the topics that he talked about here shortly. I want to talk to you about mindset. Let's start with a question that I like to ask people. What do you think about yourself right now? I know that sounds ambiguous. You can answer so many different ways, but do you dwell on your successes or do you dwell on your failures? Do you think about your family? Do you think about your career? Interestingly, when I ask people this question, I start to get very negative answers about themselves. And I think, I wonder why that is. And so I did a Google search on negative mindsets. And out of the 12 million results that I saw, there was one common denominator. People speak negatively. And this is why they begin to think negatively about themselves. I know what it's like. You get that voice in your head. You set these goals for the new year. And you hear that voice in your head that says, you know what, you tried this before and you failed. What makes you think that this is going to be a different time or anything's different? And then doubt starts to creep in and your goals seem to be unreachable. Well, here's the key. As I mentioned before, from that Google search that yielded the results of people speaking negatively, maybe it's time to start speaking positively about yourself. I read another book by David Schultz, and the title of that book was The Magic of Thinking Big, The Magic of Thinking Big. I'm sorry. And when you start speaking positively about the situations and your ability, then you speak it, you hear it, you believe it, and you see that it is possible. So if it does start with the mind first, basically what comes out of your mouth, maybe we should start saying things like, I can do this. I can accomplish this goal. And then perhaps you'll start to believe it. One of the other things that I read in this book, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, was the mind is like a garden and it really needs to be tended to. If you got some healthy plants, then you know that that garden needs good soil. It needs plant food. You need to water it occasionally, often in the summertime. And perhaps you need to put food in it. It definitely could use some sunshine, right? Well, when you think about your mind, there should be some positive things that nurture your brain also. In addition to your speech, perhaps we need to be reading some books that are related to the goals that you're trying to accomplish. Perhaps we should start listening to positive podcasts, and I stress that. I like social media, but perhaps we need to scale back on the social media or join some groups that are related to your goals. These are things that begin to nurture your mind. And that's so important because it does need nutrients as well. Remember, from the mouth to the ears to the heart is where you start to think differently. That was just a brief thing that I wanted to talk about because I'm seeing a lot of people do negative talk. And I really believe that you need to start speaking positively about yourself and about your abilities. I know I am. I'm Coach Ann, leaving you also with this thought. Your mindset will shape your reality. Coach Ann, out.